This washer here, a vertical modular type. And this seems to be turning okay. There was nothing in here. Someone suggested that there was something up in there for me to take this apart and see. So I didn't see anything wrong at all with that part of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run it. See if I can make it say something. I'm gonna put my water heater element on there. So you got power, but you don't have a blaring amount of power here. Let's see. So you want the whole idea is not to see these leads are so close together here that you don't want to short out accidentally. Alright, that's it. Make sure you don't fall. Is it running? I'm believing so. There's nothing wrong with that pump. Next! Yes, sir. This is a most ridiculous washing machine I done seen yet. Now this motor's supposed to be run off of 3-phase or something or other. Alright, let's put her back together, J-Dub. I'll show you how it goes. Put her back on there, J-Dub. All you'll see is my backside, unless I try to be careful with it. Alright, now, this part here has got a tab right on top, so you can't go in backwards with it, I don't believe. Or maybe you can. Yeah, now let's see, that goes on there like that. And it's got 2 side tabs, suppose. We're going to install a motor. I mean, this ain't fixing the washer, but I'm going to show you how to install the motor on one of these vertical modular. Got like a little thing right, you can slip that underneath there. Stick it. All these screws, there's 5 screws, they're all the same length. They're Phillips head screws. They're like, they got little self tappers on the end of them. There's 5 of these, they're the same length. Put one there, and you put one on that side. I also blew through that hose, so I know that hose is not clogged up. Go ahead, there's one goes right here. The other side. Alright, and then you got one more at the base. Right there. Hope you see it. So that was changing out. Oh, look. A capacitor. Wonder if that thing's any good. That wouldn't be causing the door to stay locked all the time on the stupid thing. Come and see hither. Alright. Locked tighter than hell. Now to get into this washer, it's kind of weird. You pull it to that little part right there, but if you go too far, it won't release because of those little tabs there. See the little tabs? If you go too far out, it won't release. But if you go just far enough, now there's the new $45 locking lid switch. I wonder if I can unlock it manually. That's what the inside of it looks like. Aggravating piece of crap. Now that little light comes on behind there. As someone suggested that if the control was bad, the little light wouldn't come on. It's on when the machine's plugged up. But none of these lights work here, and this button here doesn't seem to work. I've held it down for more than 3 seconds. It says hold 3 seconds. I've held it down. It will not release that brand new lid switch. So next, see the little light is on the control back there. It looks like something plugs in here, but I don't see anything else that needs to be plugged in. You can see the little light through the that it is indeed working. The lid switch plugs in right here. It's got a regular water fill switch, temperature and speed control, I guess. I don't know. Water fill assembly. I was going to try to get that control off of there to see if I could find out if the button was screwed up, because this was a kind of a special person's home that this washer comes out of, and their clothes was in it. They had it loaded down with clothes and 50 tons of soap powder in there, and I imagine they probably got aggravated because their basketball pants was stuck in there and the lid was locked, so they might have monkeyed that start button up. So I see 2 screws right here that need to be removed. And I also notice that you yank out the knob, yank the knob straight out, and there's a screw right there. So that's the next thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that off. Alright, this top panel is held on by 2 of these spring clips, one on each side. One goes here and the other here. All I did, I raised up the machine and I yanked back with my fingers to release them. I'm still trying to figure out how to get the control out. It don't feel like that screw there is doing anything. Got these 2 screws here. I'm trying to figure it out where. Alright, let's see. I've got my squawk box here. I I'm going to try to hold these two on here, one on that one. It's not doing nothing. Alright. That's obviously the switch right there. It's broke. I bet you anything that I could desolder that and remove that little switch and rig me up something and make it work. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Take and desolder that right there. Because it ain't doing nothing. It'd be kind of fun to see if you could jump between them 2 points right there just for child-in giggles and see if that puppy magically came to life, wouldn't it? Alright, let's see, can I get it back? There ain't no point putting it back together. You know that darn button's broke. They broke it. Now, if I can figure out how to get another button right there and mount it in, this dude might work. Only time will tell. Later, Gator. That's my airplane. I had that airplane fly over specifically for y'all. Thank you, airplane. Anyway, with the control out, just pretend like the control's in here. To get this puppy out, you stick that in there like that, and then you put them 2 screws. And this here do waddle hula hoddle go right down in there just like that. And then all these connectors, they're all different. You can't screw it up. You just got a long skinny one goes there, and it's got a one that goes here, and then another one goes right here. Got one that goes here, and another one goes here, that side. That goes there. Are y'all paying attention? You've got a few of them. Alright, okay. Now, this is power in, power cord. Then you got a big one here. And a skinny one goes right there. And you got yep. You got 2 more. One goes there, one goes there. Like that, that's me. And then you lid switch, which is right here. So your lid switch. So right into this. There, like that. Now it appears to me that J12 and J20 must be just test points from the factory, because there's nothing to plug into that. So that goes there. Like that. And that one plugs in. Any more questions? And then your knob, it's got a flat on one side, so you just stick it on there on the front. Just like Alright, you stick that in there. Put this back. Stick this in here. Put it on. I'm gonna put the back on it and put one screw to hold it in place until I contemplate my next move on this raggedy piece of crap. Later, Gator. Alright, to get into this machine, I showed you what you got. You have to take these three off. I forgot to mention that once you take these two screws out, you take those hinges come out like that. They go in like this here and just slip into a slot. And then you just put your screws back on each end. That's what holds it, keeps it from going up. If you want to lift the top, take this hinge off, push it forward just a hair after you remove the back splash, and then you can lift it up. And the lid switch is fairly simple. It's a couple screws holding it in. It just plugs into the control. But this has got a bad control panel, or a repairable one. I ain't made up my mind yet. Later, Gator.